Now, we're going to talk about Tombstone taillights. I'm using the cell phone here to try and capture this. See if I can get it in or not. Cell phones have a way of focusing on their own. And I guess I can't with this here. There we go. Now you can see the guide right there. And the cursive above guide are H5 with Harley Davidson on top of it. Now this here is off an original fender. See the writing on the back there. Off a early 48 fender. And I'm basing that early 48 off of the basically open wiring loom here. I haven't had enough 48s to confirm myself, but the boys tell me that 48 was primarily a closed loom. Now, we're going over to 6007 Knucklehead. See if we can capture this. We'll try. See the guide on the bottom there? There we go. Come on. Come in place here, little phone. So get it in focus. Anyhow, it doesn't have any cursive here. It's Harley Davidson, the guide at the bottom. And this 47 here, this is our early 47. It has guide in cursive there, and again at the bottom. Come on, get in focus. There we go. That sort of see it. And, whoops, excuse me, that was a high number 47. And here's our real early 47 here. And we have guide in cursive. There we can see it. And at the bottom, you can see the texture glass there in the back. Here are high number 47. See the texture glass in the back. You can see the ripples in the glass itself. It's not a modern glass process, and this is 6047 or 6007 47. And you can see the textured glass. This one doesn't have the guide in cursive on it. I've seen the guide in cursive at different locations, different years. Always down here, sometimes it's up in here. So my point is, they're not all the same. There are different stampings of the guide as the mold broke. So if you're watching out for repops, the guide, when it's there, seems to always be crystal clear, and the repop seems to be kind of smudgy. The letters are always, I don't know if you can see it on the video, are actually crystal clear. The cell phone is the clearest up close video I have. I ain't saying much. But these early knuckles, some of these plates are in place, or shall we say late knuckles. They always have the lettering up here, and you always have bolted on your piece here. This is bolted on here, so these are the right bolts. As you can see here, those are the original bolts there. And you can see a difference in the bolts here. This is 6007 and this is 10,000 and something. So I really doubt, as nice as this bike is, that that's ever been apart. So there again, Harley Davidson used what they could when they needed it, as they could get it, and they ran out of stuff due to material shortage all the time in 46 and 47. Drastic material shortage, and we see a little bit of differences there. So a little bit of differences when people are getting nickel and dimed here and there on their nuts and bolts. trying to get a winter circle bike when it wasn't always this or that. So all that's stupid ass important. So we have the same rack on the back here, same screws. Well, not different rack actually. Sorry about that. Different rack, similar style, the same screws. A different style rack here. And this is, let's see if we can get that focused. Miski, looks like. Very similar screws. Okay. Now that company there who made that rack is who made these fender tips, I'm fairly certain. Okay. So while this is mainly about the taillight differences, I just wanted to point out some of the other differences I'm seeing on these bikes, or the similarities therefore, as we see it. And those of you wondering, yes, that is a factory rack. It is in the Dash 48, one of them, accessory catalogs. I know of one other on a 47, it's early 47. And very nice original paint, much nicer than mine. And I will see you guys on the next video.